Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good afternoon. Good evening and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I got some information for you guys. And this is not good stuff. This is really sick. I'm just going to get straight to the point here, okay? Because this is something that was just mentioned to me during the last show, during my last very short stream. This will most likely be another short show again, but I wanted you guys to be savvy on this whole situation so you know exactly what's going down and what's been popping off. But it's very interesting because it's been weirder than just one area, than just one high school. And of course, I'm getting ahead of myself, so I will be telling you guys exactly what I'm talking about here in just a few seconds or a few moments. But again, this is absolutely disturbing, really disgusting. And I feel like this, I mean, of course, we talk, as much as we talk about everything on this channel, lately there has been a lot of mass tragedies, attempted tragedies and all that. Never have I ever in my life thought I was going to be talking about something like this. And the fact that this is actually a true story makes me sick to my gut. I'm not going to lie. It makes me sick, absolutely sick to my stomach. All right? So we got to talk about this. And again, this is absolutely mind-blowing. Okay? Now, I know that Criminally Focused mentioned this at the top of the show right when I was just getting started. And obviously, it was a breaking story. Obviously, everybody was starting to look and search about this, understandably. But now we have everything's been resolved. Okay? So let's get into this. We got to talk about this. This is ridiculous. All right? And man, I'm very thankful. I'm going to be real. I'm absolutely 110% thankful for the outcome, but it still burns my cookies. I'm still angry as hell. This is disgusting. This is sickening. No one should be doing this. And I don't know why people do this. I don't know why people did this. I'm sorry. We're going to get into it. But like I said, like I always do, some housekeeping really quick. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. That would really, really mean a lot. Like I said, this show's going to be a short one as well. We got a storm coming through, so I might be losing, signal and all that. So I wanted to hop on here and give you guys the news and this update. I told you guys I'd keep an eye on this. It has been resolved. So let me get into this story here for you guys. So hit that like. Send those likes past 300 likes as you guys start to file in. That would really, really mean a lot. And also, please, for those of y'all who have not done that yet, hit that subscribe button, okay? It would really, really mean a lot. We got some things to talk about. And then, of course, God willing, if this storm that's about to pass over my town, hopefully I will have some more stuff for you guys later on today. Hopefully the storm isn't as bad as everyone's predicting. Fingers crossed. But hit that subscribe button nonetheless. Hit that join button as well. Help support the channel. That's another way of supporting the channel, okay? And of course, one more thing. Go check out pascalmerch.com. Got a lot of great t-shirts, hoodies, etc. Just go check it out, all right? That would be greatly appreciated, okay? pascalmerch.com. Anyway, we got to jump into this story because, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I wanted to give you guys at least as much as I can before things hit the fan, because we're getting sideways rain right now, real talk. So, yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so as I said earlier, I had a show this morning talking about something completely different, but someone, fam, all right, in the family chat mentioned that there was a possible tragedy percolating in Boulder, Colorado, at Boulder High School. All right. Now I looked at it. I looked it up. I was googling it and all that while during the live, and I was sitting there going, "Okay, you know what? When I find out more information about this, because sometimes there has been false alarms in the past, right? There have been false alarms of mass tragedies or active monsters on campuses all over the place. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold back on this before I stop the whole subject in which I'm talking about to talk about this. Let me just see what's going on. If it picks up and if it turns into something, and if it's not a false alarm, I will jump on this. We will talk about it, etc. Right? So the thing is that, well, on a positive note, all right, no one's been harmed. No person has lost their life. Thank you to the sweet baby Jesus, right? Or the whatever you believe in, okay? That no one got hurt. But something else happened revolving around this, which is absolutely insane. Sorry, these storms are talking, all right? So we got to get into some things. First, we got to understand what the heck is going on. There was basically a lockdown that happened inside this school, Boulder High School, this morning. Okay. So I wanted to give you guys that information first. All right. First and foremost, and then we're going to go into the main event. Okay. So police say report of active monster at Boulder High School was unfounded. But of course, we need to know a little bit about what was going on here, right? So as of this morning, okay, this high school was on lockdown as police investigated an unconfirmed report of an active monster. No victims have been located. Yay, right? Great news. Fantastic news, right? Because I don't know about you, but I am even sick to my stomach talking about these mass tragedies almost every other week on this show. Okay? So the fact that we had something like this of a possible active monster and there could be an active tragedy unfolding as I was talking about the story I was talking about is still disturbing. It's still sad, right? And frustrating. But so far, they say no victims have been located. And trust me, this gets thicker than a snicker real fast. So, Boulder Police Chief Maris Harold said the call came in around 8:33 a.m. to the University of Colorado Boulder's non-emergency dispatch line. All right? And we're going to get into what the chief of police says here. But what's very, very interesting, actually, I need to pull this up too. Make sure I have this set up. But what else is very interesting is the other information that was put out as well. Now, you got to take a look at this. This says right here, police in Colorado have been responding today to reports of unconfirmed threats at 5 school districts: Aspen, Boulder, Brighton, Cannon City, and Alamosa. What they say is Brighton, according to this report, which was made a few hours ago, they say Brighton was cleared at that time. Okay? Investigations are underway at Boulder High School after unconfirmed reports of an active monster. And of course, I got to use these code words, guys. All right? them are the breaks. Let's take a listen to this a little bit.
Unconfirmed threats being reported at school districts all across Colorado this morning. Take a look. Here's a map giving you kind of a lay of the land, if you will. We're hearing reports from police in Aspen, Canyon City, Alamosa, Brighton, and Boulder. Brighton already gave the all clear for their schools, but investigation is underway at Boulder High School right now.
Let's get right to Fox 31's Jim Hooley, who is live at Boulder High School this morning. And again, these are all unconfirmed threats at this point. Are you seeing any increase in activity? Are things slowing down there?
No, actually, things have slowed down here. They've slowed down here just a bit here. Some of the police officers that we had in their vehicles that were out here in front of Boulder High School have now left the scene, and they have gone on to perhaps do other things. But we understand, we just got word from Boulder High School, from Boulder Police, that they are conducting a search inside the school, going through the school, you can assume room by room, and they have not found any injuries, no students, no faculty members with any injuries whatsoever. No word as to whether they found any possible shooters. But again, a possible shooter was what was reported here.
So, as you can see, five different locations, 5 different school districts were receiving threats. 5 different ones. Now, from what we understand so far, it looks like all 5 are going to be coming up as just fake, right? All fake 911 calls, all prank calls, crank calls, whatever you want to call them, okay? I've heard people call them prank calls. I've heard people say crank calls. However you phrase it, that's what it is. Fake. At the end of the day, the common denominator of all the phone calls that they received in all 5 districts are fake so far. Okay. Now, real quick, CJS Mandy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. And just like CJS Mandy, you can also support this channel by hitting that join button down below. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay. I talk about everything on this channel. Everything. True crime, pop culture, politics, controversy, you name it. And celebrity interviews as well. Let's not forget about that right here on the show. So hit that subscribe button and, of course, hit that join button. Support the channel. All right. But anyway, as I was saying, whole bunch of districts, 5 different districts got phone calls about threats of an active monster out here in these streets doing God knows what and putting the people of Colorado or those 5 districts' families, their family loved ones, in dire straits. At least faking it, right? So, another one that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm going to play this clip for you guys here in a second too. But as you can see, Boulder Police Chief Harold, all right, says the law enforcement are investigating after false attempts, okay, and other threats, okay, just false threats in general, because I got to use these code words, but false threats were made against Colorado school districts. This chief of police even says, I have listened to the 911 call. Listen to this, okay? These people called in 911. And let's just talk about the Boulder, for example. Let's just talk about Boulder High School for just 2 seconds. They called 911 and said that there is a active monster on the campus of Boulder High School. And these people took it a step further to make it even more authentic by having sounds of gunshots being played in the background as they're calling and saying, oh my gosh, there is a monster there's someone out here at Boulder High School and they have a gun. They added gunshots, the sound of gunshots in the background, to make it that more believable, to make it that more authentic. I mean, if you don't believe me, let's let the chief say it herself in her own words.
CU Dispatch Center, their non-emergency dispatch center, received a 911 call at approximately 8:33 this morning. I have listened to this 911 call. It is very scary. In the background, you can actually hear shots being fired. This prompted an emergency response by the Boulder Police Department and our command center protocol. So the way this call came in really was authentic to make you believe that we had a real active shooter in the front of the school at Boulder High School. We had a tremendous response from all of our partners across the county, including Boulder Valley High School security teams, our federal partners, and county fire, and obviously Boulder Fire Department. We immediately sent in contact teams to the school. Our officers arrived on the scene within 3 minutes. We had contact teams within the school. They cleared the entire school within short order. And we also had canine teams on scene because there were reports of also possible bombs located within the school. We also know that there has been numerous calls like this across the state of Colorado, and our federal partners are actively investigating those calls across the state. And obviously, the Boulder PD investigative team is investigating that in our alignment with the FBI. I want to stress that I know how scary this is for the Boulder community, and especially the students and parents of the kids impacted by this type of call. I want to report that there are no injuries. Everyone is safe and out of the school at this time, and that we've set up command posts to make sure the kids are and the students are properly relayed to their parents and their loved ones.
Yay, right? To me, this is fantastic bloody news. Let's keep it real. I'm extremely happy about this. Again, great news because let's be real. No one got hurt. Everyone is okay. But here's the thing, though. Sure, everyone is safe. No one got hurt. But I have to differ on that. Okay? Because when it comes to no one getting hurt, what about the minds and the emotions that are going through every single kid and every single staff member, every teacher, every person that's involved with that school that is hovering, like hunkering down and hiding under a desk or barricading their classroom, scared out of their wits, thinking that there actually is someone out here up to no good that is looking to take the lives of many innocent people. Sure. I mean, because there's other people, I get it, that there's people out here that are going to be like, oh, yeah, everything's good. They're safe. Everyone's safe. Sure. But what about that moment when everyone's literally scared out of their minds? What about those people? What about those people that are traumatized by this? Because every single person I know for a fact, every student now has the fear of someone actually walking in. It is in the back of their minds. It may not be right there in the frontal lobe of their minds, right? May not be right there. May not be on the tip of their tongue every single time they walk into the school. But for a fact, it's way back in the recesses of their mind, the fear of someone actually walking into the school and doing something unthinkable. Having, things that go boom already set up, so on and so forth. That is absolutely terrifying. Shoot, man, I have seen moments where people have been so terrified, they're calling out to a God they don't even believe in. And that's real talk. So imagine these kids are out here and they're doing the exact same thing. You think these kids are just going to be that cool with going back to that school the very next day? This could put some serious PTSD on some kids, regardless if it's a fake phone call. That is scary as hell. You got dogs going in there, sniffing to find those little devices that go boom. They were at that time before, they were looking for a man dressed in black and all that. They were literally scouring the campus, scouring the area, trying to find someone, only to find out that this was not true. Sure, These kids are safe. Absolutely. I am so happy about that. Real talk. But this is a huge reminder that there are people out here that, hey, there's some really messed up, disturbing individuals out here in these streets that have nothing but time on their hands and just get off on the idea of terrifying an entire group of people. Mind you, this is not just one school district. There were 5 that were getting threats. 5 of them, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, guys. 5 schools that were getting these threats. So what about all those kids? Now the police, I would hope that the police are going to sit there and go, well, now we need to look, maybe we need to keep an eye on these schools because this could be a foreshadowing of something else. This could very well be a foreshadowing of what could possibly come. Then on top of it, they're trying to make it seem that whoever did this is why I'm so sickened by this. This is the reason why I wanted to do this live with you guys, because this angers me, okay? I could use so many 4-letter words right now, but I'm trying to be a gentleman. But this also shows that the people that made this phone call or these phone calls basically spat in the face of every single family member that has ever lost their loved one in a tragedy like this. I'm sorry, in a tragedy that they made a prank call about. Because obviously there's no tragedy, thank God. It's the tragedy of the human spirit. It's the tragedy of someone who's not taking something like this seriously. So I hope whoever they find, I hope that whoever this is, they find with the quickness and they lock their ass up. That's what I think. Because there are a lot of people right now hugging their children a little bit tighter today. And sure, there's going to be kids who don't care. I'm sure of that. There's going to be like, whatever, cool, we got the day off, whatever. But at the same time, there's a lot of other people that should be taking this extremely seriously and not be taking this with a grain of salt, because this is the kind of stuff that no one should be taking lightly at all. Shame on those people who did that. Shame on all of them. And now, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. Obviously, it's a good thing. Hopefully, security will thicken things up in all these schools and all these 5 school districts. And they'll do what they need to do to make sure that they keep these kids safe. But damn it, I'm telling you, when I saw that happen, I was like, man, another one? But this one's just as bad. Yeah, this one's just as bad. Because it shows to you that there really are people out here in this world, in this country, whatever, that don't give a damn about human life. They just don't give a damn about human life. It's unbelievable. It is very, very unbelievable. I got a couple super chats and a members thing. So let me grab that really quick. CJS Mandy, thank you so much for the $50 super chat or super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. That really does mean the world to me. CN red flags. There's a lot of CN, initials going on. But thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a family member. I appreciate that. And then Charlie Miller, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the 20. I work in a middle school here in Connecticut, which is next to the police station. The high school is a block away from the police station. Still got a threat. Ish doesn't surprise me. I mean, it to me, I get it that there's a lot of kids out here. Like if these phone calls were made by kids, okay. I'm not even giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't care. But I could see how kids can do very dumb, unthinkable things, right? Because they're young and dumb and they don't know anything. They still got to grow. They still got to make mistakes and all that stuff too. But at the same time, I would hope that people that are raising them would raise them right. But then again, kids can be real jerks sometimes. So the fact that you say that, Charlie, does break my heart, because the fact that that doesn't surprise you, it breaks my heart. Because I remember, like, back in the day, kids, like, when I was in high school, they would make, it was like exam time. I heard stories about kids making threats like that on the phone, not active monsters, but actual, tick, tick, boom type of threats. But those kids, when they got caught, were reprimanded so terribly, right? And of course, they're made an example of, right? So that the next year or the next whoever generation of kids aren't going there and saying, "Oh, I could do the same thing and get out of this exam. Perfect," right? But to make a phone call like that and go above and beyond by trying to make it more authentic by having fake gunshots, sound effects playing in the background, it's just absolutely, it's mucked up. It's really mucked up. There's prank phone calls that are like, is your refrigerator running? Yes. Well, you better go catch it. And you hang up. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But calling and saying, yes, this whole school is about to go down in a fiery mess. Yeah, that ain't funny. And whoever thinks that's funny needs to get themselves checked. Period. The other thing I want to point out too, and I'm sure not a lot of people are looking at this or thinking about this, but let's be real. First off, young and dumb is no excuse. All right. Go sit down, read a book, you learn you something, smarten up a little bit. But here's another thing I wanted to point out too. What about now, this is crazy, but I feel that they should find out who made those phone calls as soon as possible. Why, you may ask? What if they're testing to see how fast the response time is for police? What if they're using this as a test run to see what they can and can't do within that amount of time it takes for police to show up to those specific schools? Think about it for a second, y'all. Think about it. I'm just saying that out loud. Just popped up in my head. I've seen these in like bank heist movies and stuff. And I know that has nothing to do with the school. But if you really think about it, they always do that little test run. You know what I'm saying? They do that test run like, okay, took them 2 minutes to show up. We could get at least this amount of the loot out the room, and then we can put it in the thing, and then we can tie it to a falcon, and the falcon will fly away, and then we'll meet in Dubai, and then we'll divvy up the money. We all be millionaires. You know those heist movies, right? So what are the possibilities? I know that no heist movie has a falcon flying millions of dollars, but you know what I'm saying, okay? Just ride with me, okay, baby? But what are the chances of them making the same phone call and just trying to see what's good? That's why I hope that 5-0 thickens up security in those specific districts, because this could have been a test run. Again, this could be foreshadowing of what could possibly come here very, very soon. Again, this whole thing is absolutely disgusting, disturbing, and I still can't believe that we are even... I still can't believe this is a true story. And whoever did this needs to get their mind checked. They need to get caught. They need to be tried. They need to be charged within the full extent of the law. And that's it. But they also need to get their head checked. Period. Period, y'all. Because you never know if they're going to be doing this again somewhere else. You know for a fact these people who are calling could be calling in from LA. They could be calling in from overseas. They could be calling anywhere, and then they can call other schools or other facilities, malls, concerts, etc., movies, movie theaters, etc. They could call those places up just for the F of it, just for fun. This could get a lot worse, y'all. But I will say quickly that I give mad love and respect to the police, all the police departments that went and did their job. They went there. They went and they did their job and found nothing, and then found out those 911 calls were fake. Thank God that they were fake. But damn it, they better find those people who are doing it quickly before they start doing this even more and this gets messy, because it could get messy. So hopefully they catch them soon. Anyway, guys, that's the show. That's the live. I just wanted to give you guys the update on that because you know what? I think that you guys all deserve that information. Okay? You guys all deserve that information. Real talk. But when we get more information about this, of course, I'll let you guys know about that as well. If, God willing, the weather is good and nice to me later, I will be back on with another live. We got some things to talk about. We got this. I'm debating between a couple things. All right. But there's this Madeleine McCann story that I'm very interested in talking about because it seems to be taking over the internet and people are talking about this like crazy. Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay. But for right now, this is the information that I have right now. If there's anything else developing on this particular case or this particular story, you know for a fact you'll hear from me here. Okay. So I appreciate you guys coming in, being a part of the conversation, and doing your thing. So anyway, guys, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. All right. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next show. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.